Hello everybody, Rebel Games back here again in Wasteland 3, and today we have another armor and mods build, or equipment and mods build video for you. Today we are focusing in on Fish Lips. He is one of those NPC characters, so he's one of those guys you encounter during the quest line, and you can optionally take him on as another member of your team. Fish Lips comes with melee combat. So some of the other folks you can pick up, like Ironclad Cordite, are brawler skilled. Fish Lips is one of those ones you pick up that is melee focused. He also comes with some toaster repair and armor modding. So he's pretty good all around that way. And then he also comes with some mechanics. And then I've added 3 points of weird science in here, since that is the requirement to get the this exoskeleton armor set in here. So for anyone who's doing melee, either brawling or weapons based, you want to have this exoskeleton armor set. I covered this in another brawler build equipment and mods video previously, but across the board, you know, the helmet gives plus 15% melee damage bonus. The chest gives plus 20% melee damage bonus, and the legs give plus 15%. So if you total all that together, that's 50% melee damage bonus. It's just phenomenal. So let me just cover a little bit of the build here, starting with attributes. Maxed out the coordination first off. Made sure, I think Fish Lips comes with the strength already. Always comes with the strength 8. I think you only need strength 7 for the exoskeleton set, so he was already overqualified there. So coordination wise, maxed that out, and then pushed him down the speed because I want him fast, I want him mobile, I want him getting out there. I also want him to have some good initiative. So anyways, that's kind of what we've done with the attributes here. And then Scrapper, he gets a plus 0.4x crit damage that goes as his background. So nothing I can do about that one, he just comes that way. So yeah, so that's what we did there. Covered the skills already. He comes, I think he's not quite maxed out with melee combat, but what I did is I used a book on him to get to 10. And then toaster repair, I think he was pretty high. I may have used some of that in there because I only used the 3 points for weird science just so he could wear this stuff, and the rest of it I kind of left alone. So maybe melee combat and toaster repair I bumped up a little bit because I'm not using Lucia, which is my primary toaster repair person. Perks wise, Shrug It Off, Pursuit, Hack and Slash, and then definitely need to get the striking distance because he's going to be going with 2 melee weapons. I think he comes with a Bleeding Strike already. Because I pulled Toaster Repair up, you'll kind of look at this and say, huh, you're only Toaster Repair 9. Yeah, I put on an item to get to 10 so I can grab the Toaster Repair perk, and then I take the item off. By the way, this works. If you have the perk, even though you're using an item to get up to 10 and get the perk, you take the item off. You notice here I'm using the antibiotic injector for the extra action points. This perk still counts. I'm not sure if we'll be able to showcase it in this one, but I'll try and showcase this that it works. But you can see I'm at 9. I have the perk because I used an item to get it. I can light people on fire when the next person I hit after I've killed somebody lights them on fire. So so that absolutely does work. So interesting little tidbit for who are looking to kind of, I guess, take advantage of the game a little bit. So anyways, that's where we're at there. Skills, perks, and inventory, or and attributes. The mods that I put on the exoskeleton helmet should be the same as I did with my other brawler build, but we'll go over those really quick. We use the headgear platform for give us some base resistance, a little armor, and not too worried about the hit chance drop because we have a pretty good hit chance as it is. As far as the chest armor, we're using the polyxylene barrier, which gives us a blanket, 30% to cold, energy, fire, and explosive resistance, and +1 armor mod. Again, this armor gives us a lot of armor already, so getting those resistance helps us survive that battle a little bit better as we're out in the middle of everybody. And then with this person, I want them extremely mobile. So on the legs, we are going with the personal drive. It gives us +4 combat speed as well as +1 armor. So really, really good there. And then, of course, we're using the anabolic injector. For weapons, we're using the hydraulic hammer and a chainsaw sword. The hydraulic hammer, I don't have a plus, is it 10 or 15% hit chance handle weapon or handle to put on this thing. I use those on the power gauntlets that I use on my other brawler, so I didn't have those available in this build. But there would be option to put better handle mods on this one if you wanted this weapon to be your primary melee weapon on this. So there are some better options there. This is just what I had available. And then I went with the counterforce weights on this one. It's got higher variable damage, which I don't tend to like, but it's got a decent penetration. But this hammer actually, I think, already has some good penetration as it is. But I just figured I would try it out. If you don't like that variable damage, I think there are some +8 weights you can use. I think I use those on my other build as well to give just that higher damage. But the only ones I had really available were the +4. So I think if I had put +8 weights, I would have gone with those instead of the counterforce weights. But anyways, this is one of the unique weight items you can get in the game as you travel through. On the chainsaw sword. Same thing, I didn't have a higher hit chance handle, so if you want to use this full time, there's your full-time character, use the better handle mod. This one I decided to go with the toxin cell. Just because I haven't used it yet, I wanted to play around with it a little bit, and I actually kind of like it, especially on the chainsaw sword. So on my brawler gloves, I have the one with the razor blades that causes bleeding, which is great. Bleeding does good. The chainsaw sword has a chance to inflict bleeding already, and then you add this in here, so you're getting bleeding and poison, so it's even more damage you're getting. So I think that works really, really well on the chainsaw sword. So you can kind of see what the sword ends up as, and so we're, again, pretty good. Yeah, so actually the chainsaw sword has a 100% chance to apply bleeding, and you have a 100% chance to apply poison. So every time you hit somebody, you're going to apply bleeding and you're going to apply poison. So this has kind of become my main weapon for this, because it does a good, at least on those initial hits on people, because it just inflicts those other two conditions on your opponent. So really good. So where does this get us with stats-wise? Okay, so let's scroll up here real quick. Decent hit points, good healing bonus. Starts off with 12 action points with that anabolic injector. So that's really, really good. Lots of action points that we can move around to swing those weapons around. 130% hit chance, 14% crit chance, 2.1x crit damage, decent penetration, strike rates, meh. Decent armor, that's what we're looking for. Really good. 24% evasion, no crit resistance, but fire, cold, energy, and explosive resistance is plus 30%. 85% stat effect resistance as well. That's really good. And then here's where the big boom happens. 179% melee damage bonus. This guy is hitting like a Mack truck. It is great. And then you scroll down here, and 3.1 combat speed. Running around, smacking things. Really, really, really good. The only thing that I like the brawler more than I like this melee build is that with the brawler perk, I can get attacks down to 1 action point per attack, and so I'm essentially, if I have 10 action points, that's 10 attacks. I mean, it's just insane. You're taking things out right and left. This one with the sword, we're using 3 action points on the sword up here, and then with the hydraulic hammer, we're using 4 action points. So even with starting off with 12 action points, you're still only getting 4 attacks with the blade, and 3 attacks with the hammer. So yeah. Anyways, it depends on what you like. So okay, so let's jump in here really quick. This is starting to go a little long, so I apologize for that. But let's jump in here real quick and showcase what fish lips can do in battle. So I'm jumping down in here into the private prison that the Patriarch has underneath Broadmoor Heights. Once you've cleared that area out, you get an ambush jumping down in here. So we're going to go ahead and let these guys ambush us, and then we'll see where we're at. Do we get anyone? Hey, look at that. We do get some guys in here. All right. So I'm gonna have Vic and my sniper take out take out these other guys over here, because I really don't want my guys to do a lot of I want to be able to showcase fish lips. So let's have him torrent strike those guys, which should take those guys out. And I think I'm just gonna have Vic come over here. Yeah, I should kill these guys, but I'm gonna have Vic come over here and just he's just gonna defend. And same thing, sniper. I'm gonna run you over here as well, and you're just gonna kind of hide and defend. I'll hold. But yeah, just because I want to be able to show off what fish lips can do in the middle of all of this. So I'm really not too worried about this. My dog is gonna jump in here. I should have left the waste wolf off, but it is what it is. Kind of took the spot I wanted to have fish lips move into. I kind of wanted him to be completely surrounded there. That was really good. All right, so we will rally. And but I think fish lips was already kind of maxed out here. So let's kind of show you what that does here. Actually, good. Actually, I'm kind of glad the waste wolf got this guy down, because I'll be able to show you that fish lips can inflict burning on here. Because again, you saw here, toast repair is only at 9, but he still has that perk. So I want to show you this here. So he's going to go in here and killed that guy. And now we're going to hit this guy. And we inflicted burning, poison, and bleeding on that guy. So pretty good, huh? So, and we'll go in here, pop this guy one, and let's take him out too. And I think that's going to be about it. So there we go. So fish lips doing some pretty good work there. The other thing I could have done is done an earthquake, although I did find out that earthquake will stun all my guys around me, so I could have done that. That would have stunned the rest of these guys out. But let's go ahead and just finish this whole thing off. We will take a step out here, and we'll just pop there. I think you got a good feel for what fish lips can do here, and yeah, so anyways, that is fish lips doing some work, sword, setting people on fire, making them bleed, getting them poisoned, and also taking some pretty good damage, right? So yeah, hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Consider subscribing to my channel, and you will get notified when I release new videos. And until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He's trampling out the vintage where the grapes are at the store. He'th loosed the